Hello, universe. My name is Kevin Curry. I'm the creator of 3Scape, a website where anyone can make and share interactive lessons and stories in 3D. Welcome to my first web video tutorial. These tutorials will help you get the most out of 3Scape. In this first lesson, we're going to learn how to build this snowman. Woohoo! This lesson will show you how easy it is to use 3Scape. It's quick and simple, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, to get the best experience in 3Scape, you'll need to use the Chrome or Firefox browser. I'm using Chrome. Open your browser and go to the website 3scape.me. You can see that's where I am right now with the finished product already loaded. This is a snowman I made a few minutes ago, and it's what I'm going to teach you how to make right now. To get started on your snowman, you're going to want to start with a shiny new 3Scape. To start off with the new 3Scape, go up to the toolbar at the top and look for the down arrow that says More when you mouse over it. Click on it and look for New 3Scape. Click on that and boom, you got a new 3Scape. You're ready to build a snowman. In order to make a snowman, we're going to need some snowballs, 3 of them to be exact, and we're going to get those from the model library, which is right up here at the top. If you notice I mouse over this one, it says Sphere. That looks like it's pretty good for making a snowball. Let's try that. Alright, first I want to decide where in the scene I'm going to put the snowball. So I'm going to click on the grid here and then click on the icon, and I've loaded my first snowball. Looks to me like it's a little small and the wrong color, so let's see what we can do about that. Checking out the sliders over here on the right, the top one with the blue handle is the scale. Let's make that a little bigger. And up here at the top, I noticed that there's a paint icon that says Set Color. So let's set the color. White, that's what we're looking for. Good deal. Okay, now we have our first snowball. Now the easiest way to make our other 2 snowballs is to make a copy of this one. So let's do that. All right, first I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit to make this easier. Using the zoom button, I'm going to back up just a little bit. And then clicking and dragging on the grid, I'm going to rotate the camera so that we're looking down on top of the snowball. Okay. Alright, now copying and pasting is just like you would in any other application. Depending on whether or not you're on a Mac or Windows, it might be a little different. For me, I'm on a Mac, and so I use Command C on the keyboard to make a copy. Then I click on the snowball where I want the next one to go, and Command V to paste my copy. Now I have 2 copies of the snowball. Alright, now they're the same size, so a snowman, they're not all the same size. Let's go ahead and shrink that top one down a little bit using our scale slider. Okay, so we can see how we're doing. Alright, now let's just repeat the process. Click on it to make a copy, Command C, Command V, make it a little smaller, and there we go. It's starting to look like a snowman. Now what our snowman needs is a little personality, so let's give him a face. Alright, I want to zoom in close on his head so that these are easier to place, the eyes and nose and mouth. So I'm going to double click it, and we'll see that the camera zooms right into where I want to be. And I can use that same sphere model for the eyes and the mouth. So let's do that. And I know from that old Christmas song that his eyes are black as coal, so let's make those darker. Alright, and I can use that same copy and paste technique to put in the other eyes and the mouth. So let's do that. Command C to copy, click on the head where I want the other eye to go, and Command V, and there we have a pair of eyes. So let's keep going. We can add the mouth. Click, paste. Now don't worry if you don't get these exactly where you want them to be. You can always click and drag to move them around. And if you think maybe you put in one too many, it's easy to delete one. You can use the common keyboard key for delete. For me, that's Command X. Get rid of that one. All right. Starting to look like we have a face for our snowman. So let's go ahead and continue and add a nose. And I know, I think that the nose is supposed to be a carrot, but I don't have that. I have this pyramid, so let's go with that. All right, and I want it to be orange like a carrot, so let's make it orange. And looking pretty good. All right, I think that I want to change this nose a little bit so that it points out from the bottom of the pyramid. And to do that, I can use these other sliders over here that rotate a model. Now, the top one is for pitch, which is sort of a tilt left and right. And the middle is yaw, which is sort of spin around from side to side. And roll, which is a tilt forward and backward. And what I want is a combination of roll, tilt it forward, and yaw. And that looks like it'll do it. There's a, oh. Yeah. Here we go, we have a nose. Starting to look really like a cool snowman. Let's finish our first 3Scape snowman by adding the arms. I'll use my handy camera zoom tool here to zoom out a little bit. Click and drag on the grid to rotate around to the side of the snowman. Click about where I want that arm to go, and let's see if we have anything that we can use for an arm. I can find more models by going back to that drop down arrow at the top, click on it, and choose Browse Objects. You'll see that a dialog opens up where there are a lot more models that we can play with in the future. Vehicles, scenery, some miscellaneous items. The one I'm looking for is right here, twig, because every snowman's arms are made of twigs, right? Now, it's been loaded, and I can see it's there really tiny. Let's use that scale slider to make it bigger. That's about the right size. See how we're doing. All right, looks like we need to rotate it a little bit, so we'll do that. Let's give it a little bit of a turn here with the yaw, and a little bit of a turn with the roll. And we can click on it and drag it around a little bit. It's handy that that highlight shows us about how far into the snowman's body the arm is. And there we go, we have our first arm. Let's add that second arm now. We'll use our copy and paste technique, easiest way to add another one. So we'll select the arm, we'll use that Command C to copy it. Let's click on the grid and drag around to where we want that arm to go. Click on the model and use Command V to paste it. And it looks like something's a little funny here. It looks like it didn't have any color. We need to add some color to that. We know how to do that though. Go up to the color menu and find a little brown. That looks pretty good. Okay. And we need to use those rotation tools. Spin that around. Oops. Got a little carried away there. Oh, there we go. Let's drag it a little bit. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a snowman. Seems like he's missing something. Let's give him a shirt. Copy the eyes and put some buttons down the front. And we are finished. There you have it, your very first 3Scape model. The snowman. Let's go ahead and save it. We can use the save button at the top. Click on it. It'll save it to your computer. And we'll just call it My First 3Scape. Okay, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something, and we want to see what you are going to make on 3Scape. So get out there and go to 3scape.me and show us what you can do.